As a grandiose person, it only makes sense that I never dreamed of being an unpaid intern. And as a result of that, I became a paid maid in the disguise of a fancy job title. Yeah, ego feeding and falling face first are like 5 and 6. They always follow each other. But I'm not here to victimize myself though. Instead, I'll get right into it. Hello everybody, peace be unto you. My name is Aziza and today I make peace with being the unpaid intern. Welcome back to I Want My Dream Life Now, the podcast relating my raw, unfiltered journey as a 26-year-old Nigerian girl building from scratch. This is episode 4, the Unpaid Intern. Recently, I was listening to an episode of this show, a podcast that I really like, when one of the guests said something about being an unpaid intern for someone you admire as a means of getting up from ground zero. They said something about learning from someone similar that is more accessible. But that made me think, if you don't know someone like them who does the same thing, or you know such a person but they are also less accessible, which usually is the case, what then? What happens then? So I answered, thinking to myself, you'd get up and do it instead of wasting time finding it with someone else, or even finding someone else. Start where you are and use what you have. I know it's the oldest thought in the book, but from where I stand, it's the truest or the most possible. It also seems to be one that most successful people live by, and so following my own suggestion, I began considering all I have, moving first without a plan. But you know what's true? What they say about getting more data from taking action than from doing nothing. I realized I needed a blueprint because I moved. And of course, it's a thankless job. I mean, that's what it feels like in reality, especially at the initial stage. It is also just working for a mere possibility, and if I'm being completely honest, I question myself most of the times about my decision, my path, and I wonder if I'm just taking a risk. But since I've heard and also learned that you will never have the same return on investment in someone else's assets that you will have in yourself, I decided that I will make it work. I'll make it work. I have to make it work. Higher risk, higher return, reward, but only with hard work. That's what they say. Being an unpaid intern is a mindset thing, for me at least. One that is essential for anyone trying to build a sustainable, scalable skill and lifestyle. It's about missing out on validations and, quite frankly, or do I say personally, whatever child. I think external validations are pure noise. It usually just creates distraction and unnecessary pressure, loud and distracting. But I digress. This mindset, the unpaid intern, is about tuning in on the end goal and the path that leads there. It's going to involve a lot of bubble busting events, because It's about getting down and dirty for your stubborn and strong belief to realize it. Something in every sense different from expecting a miracle. Embracing the true humble beginning. So far, as an unpaid intern for I Want My Dream Life Now, Alhamdulillah, it has been so rewarding because, first of all, it's the best time and best way to learn, especially in low stakes. It has been easier to make mistakes, experiment, fail and learn without the weight of someone else, right? It may have been slow, but one can only get better through experience. And also, guys, is it just me, or some mistakes can only be learned from through experience, or do I say when experienced? Either way, the faster you get to it, the faster it is to learn from. Another thing it has helped me with, aside low stake learning, is discipline. Who you truly are is who you play or how you act when there is no risk of punishment. Have I managed to butcher a quote I once read? Maybe, but I'm sure you get the message. And that for me has been the greatest test of discipline. Showing up without external pressure or the desire for validation. Following a system or structure becomes more difficult when there is no one to report to. We can all agree on that. Because you do it only because you want to. It is proving my commitment to my dreams, what I want, to myself, because right now no one else knows. And then there's also something else, like a reward, another reward of being an unpaid intern. It is reaffirming the purity of my why. And this is so important to me because I never really dipped it until I started this journey. This phase has revealed my why and how pure it is. Reaffirming your reason is how sustainability is built, or even if it's something one can sustain at all. Because right now there is no outside influence. There's no one to perform for, no one to impress. It's just me versus what I want it to be, what it truly is. And this reminds me of this CEO I listened to one time. He said every time a team member or an employee has an idea they think it's worth the shot, before discussing it with them, the CEO, they have to write a memo. And I think that is genius, because it not only shows how effective or productive they are trying to be, already are, it forces the proposer to check for facts, to filter, focus on what matters, and check if their idea is sustainable to begin with, which is similar to what one does as an unpaid intern. Ultimately, being an unpaid intern is never a setback. It is a tax to be paid to build my dream life, a priceless investment in the future that I want. It is where credibility is built. It's how I become that person that I admire, the one I would have been an unpaid intern for, the one who can truly, the one who has truly earned the right to build my dream, starting from ground zero, starting on the blueprint. This is the work, the transition. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of I Want My Dream Life Now podcast. I would love to see your comment, especially on the part that resonated with you on being, or do I say about being, the unpaid intern. If you enjoyed this episode, please do not forget to subscribe, follow, share, and all that good stuff. And until next time, remember, there's a price for choosing comfort. Peace be unto you.